Ooh, man. That's kind of got to be scary when you're up in the cockpit of that, because it bounced back up into it.
What do you think happened? Well, it looks like the planetary blew apart. We just got through sticking new axles in it, and the front chunk blew out last week on us, so did a good job, we thought, but looked like it came apart on us. So
before the race, the truck looked fine, it was riding fine, you had it all set. The course took advantage of it, you think, or what?
Yeah, he launched it pretty hard off that last jump, so that's probably what did it. I hadn't looked at the shocks yet to see where we landed up on that, but all that's going to play a factor is how the shocks were set up for this course, and right now it looks like we were a little soft on them.
Get ready for the freestyle?
I don't know. It's going to be a tough one to get ready. If we could, we will, but whether or not it's going to happen or not, I just don't know.
Oh, I don't think you're going to get that ready. No way.
Oh, and Scott Stevens took a beating inside that cab. Here's Jack Coburn. We've talked about him a lot this winter, Mike. Kind of undersized, underpowered, but he gets in there, able to handle the turns, able to run with the big boys.
Yeah, he is, but he's better on the tighter courses. We'll see underpowered on this big track in St. Louis. You got to wonder how he's going to be able to fare. And when his opponent here, Gunslinger,
he's not underpowered.
He's not underpowered at all. He is going to be ready to go, and as he likes to say, cock-locked or ready to rock.
You stole his line, Mike.
I know I stole his line.
Holdsbar, Florida, the home site for Scott Hartsock and the Gunslinger. Certainly a solid favorite in this race. Two-time winner here on Motor Madness this season, so he'd love to close it out with a finals victory in St. Louis, and he's off to a great start.
Yeah, it is Gunslinger all the way here through the first turn, taking a big, healthy lead over Cyborg. Again, Cyborg a little underpowered. Coming back to this final turn, and Gunslinger taking it very smooth. But Cyborg holding his own now. Cyborg made up some ground, but it's too much for Gunslinger. And Scott Hartsock on with the win.
Very solid run for Scott Hartsock and Gunslinger. But let's watch Jack Coburn and Cyborg. You tip your hat to this guy again. He doesn't have all of the power and the tools the others got, but what he does have is a truck that can get around turns, move quickly, and I'll tell you, Jack's a good driver. There he just keeps on going, kind of nudge the pole, but again, unless you really maul the pole, I don't think anybody's too offended here in the World Finals. As the guys told us, it's just minor infractions and major infractions that they're worried about. The difference there. And Cyborg comes through with a nice run. Kind of veered off at the end, but I think he was just trying to find some way to catch Gunslinger on that last lap, and it was too late.
Yeah, when he made that final turn, he glanced up and saw Gunslinger ahead of him, and there was a desperate move there on the last part. But Scott Hartsock knew he had to run smooth because he knew he had the horsepower. So maybe back down a little bit in those turns. That's what allowed Cyborg to be a little more even with him, but the horsepower just too much for Gunslinger.
Nice run from Scott Hartsock. He'll go to round two.
Now let's check in now with Dan Moriarty, who's got Scott with him.
Scott, one heck of a first round.
Yeah, it was. It's a little intimidating. You go out there, you got your first round to deal with, and you go out there, you not really know how the truck's going to hook. This clay up here, it's really unbelievable what it'll do. I mean, it wants to pull a wheelie off a line. In that case, it's going to want to carry the front wheels to the first set of cars and really pitch us, for a wild ride. We don't need that. We need to make ground speed to get around these corners because this is the World Finals. Pace Motorsports, Mega Power Car Care Products, Ford Gunslinger. We want to win this thing worse than anything that TNN Motorsports can come up with.
After you see the few rounds before you and two trucks go over, one loses the tire, snaps everything up front, the other one ends up on his hood, you're saying to yourself, what's next?
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's why I said it's intimidating, but hey, we came in here, we got some big guns, and if I got to shoot somebody in the back to get around this course tonight, that's what I'm going to do.
Talk to you next round, baby.
All right, buddy.
Well, Scott Hartsock is excited and ready, and why not? It's the World Finals here in St. Louis. We got more first round action in a moment.
Hey there. Anymore.
Check out live Pace Motorsports action June 5th and 6th the date. New York State Fairgrounds the place, and the Monsters the main event. That's right, the Monsters are ready to rumble. Syracuse is the battleground. All you need is a ticket. Grab them before they're gone at www.pacemotorsports.com.
It's a good idea. Mike Hogwood, Scott Douglas, and Dan Moriarty with you tonight in St. Louis World Finals. We continue with round one. Carolina Crusher and Bustin' Loose. Boy, Crusher'd love to win here tonight. Gary Porter had kind of a tough year, but that'd all be wiped away if he could get a couple of good runs.
And he's going to go up against another veteran, Ron Nelson, out of Conroe, Texas, in the Bustin' Loose Chevrolet. This has all the potential to be an outstanding race here in the first round, as the winner will move on to meet Gunslinger in round number 2.
And they're off, and pretty even off the start. Wow. Down through the first turn, though, it is Gary Porter and Carolina Crusher who has taken the advantage. It is Porter slowing down in the turn as Bustin' Loose. Really had a little trouble negotiating that turn. And we focus in on Carolina Crusher. It's going to be Crusher taking that turn. There you see Bustin' Loose a little bit behind. Gary Porter is going to win here in round one out of Waynesboro, North Carolina. Carolina Crusher a winner.
Crusher in a groove on that run. He absolutely ran it flawlessly. Bustin' Loose struggled, but watch, off the line, Nelson looked pretty good. Now he's getting kind of a little cockeyed. The truck got upset off that first turn, and then off that first jump. Then as he goes to the first turn, he kind of really lost power a little bit. He didn't have a lot of speed through the turn, and that's what really got him. He got up into that whoop section, some of those jumps over there for the other divisions that are running here today, and he kicked the back end of his truck up. He was done at that point.
And again, a strong run for Gary Porter. We'll ISO on it and take a look at it.
Well, Gary got off the line so beautifully, and you don't see the upsetting of the truck that you noticed with Bustin' Loose. Crusher, and Gary has done this for years, one of the smoothest, most consistent runners on the Pace Motorsports circuit, and you can see right here, really just a flawless run, Mike.
It was flawless. Here's the final turn. He took it perfectly out in front here, and he knew coming home that he had it.
First round, you win. Are the jitters gone?
I don't know. I hope so. I didn't run the truck 100% that round. The rear suspension's, hitting pretty hard. Then we're going to adjust it. Come back for the second round. We're going to have to run harder to take care of Gunslinger. But I think once we get our shocks dialed in, we'll be ready.
Well, you say they run that hard. I say come on the final run. Look like you shut it down a little bit because you knew you had a good lead.
Right. I'd seen them, coming around that corner. I knew I had a pretty good lead on them. And so I just let out of it and tried to save the truck. And, we're ready for the next round.
So you got Gunslinger and Hardsock, your neighbor. How do you get psyched for that?
I'm just going to go out there and try to shoot him down instead of him shooting me down, I guess.
Talk to you later on, brother.
All right, thanks.
Good luck.
All right, Gary Porter with a big win there. It's Bulldozer pulling up on the far lane, going up against Equalizer.
Well, this is interesting. It was about 10 years ago that everybody in the monster truck world was getting shook up because a new kid on the block named David Morrison, the Equalizer, was shooting him down. Now, 10 years later, he's established. Tom Mintz's been around a little bit, but just now, he's become the new threat in Bulldozer. Had that huge undefeated streak that Gravedigger snapped a week ago here on Motor Madness when he beat him in the finals in Nashville. Let's see if he can get back on the winning track against a solid Equalizer.
Bulldozer wants to get going again. Oh, Bulldozer gets some big-time air. Still maintains the lead as they come through the first turn. Equalizer, though, made a nice turn, but here comes Bulldozer. A lot of horsepower showing. We'll see what they do as they make the final turn. It's anybody's game right now, but it's going to be Bulldozer by about a truck length. Bulldozer and Tom Mintz, your winner.
Writing was on the wall for David Morris. Actually, David runs a pretty solid race right here. Doesn't get into trouble. Goes through the turns well, as we always expect from David Morrison, the Equalizer. I mean, he turns this beautifully. Comes around and he's in good shape. But what I mean is he knew he was in trouble. When he comes to the last turn and he looks and sees he's even with Bulldozer, I know David knew he was done because going over those last jumps, he just knew there was no way he was going to be able to outgun Bulldozer to the finish line. And you'll see it here on this run.
And he cut that turn just a little short as well. Boy, some big-time air by Bulldozer over that first set of crush cars, and he recovered nicely and then just puts that pedal to the metal and keeps going.
He is spectacular on the jumps. That's all you can say. When he comes, he hits them full throttle. And again, I think at this point, he knows he's got it. There's nobody going to beat him even up on the straight run.
Tom Mintz and Bulldozer, winner in round one.
One heck of a first-round run, brother.
Yeah, it was real good, smooth, kind of a little checkout pass. We're going to have to go a little faster than that if we're going to win, but we got a good one under our belt and let a little of the pressure off, and hopefully we'll be ready for the next go-around.
There is pressure, isn't there?
Yeah, a little bit. That first one,
get a truck go down or two, and, it takes a little time. Get a little hot in there. It's hot down here. Everything seems good, though.
But a first-round win against Equalizer is a big first-round win.
Yeah, it is. He ain't no slouch by any means. He's a real good runner, real good turner, but we got him.
Great job. We'll see you next round.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, big win for Bulldozer. Hey, we got a lot of trucks here in St. Louis.